Good day and welcome to your favorite program, The Conversation, coming to you live from TV 360 here in Lagos, Nigeria. My name is Nelson Ekujimi and I have here with me my co-discussant in this conversation, Comrade Murphy Abadoni, a public affairs analyst. Comrade Murphy Abadoni, you are welcome to the program today.
Thank you, Nelson. Good day, our viewers.
Yes, thank you very much for joining us on the program today. Yes, today we want to look at the new EFCC nominee as the chairman by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And we have seen that this nomination has attracted a lot of mixed reactions. While some are commending the president, some are saying the nomination has flouted the law. But if you ask me, reading through the law section 2, subsection 3 of the EFCC Act, it states that whoever will be the chairman of the EFCC must be a serving or a retired person from the security agency or a law enforcement agency, and that the person must not be less than 15 years, must not be less than the position of an assistant commissioner of police, and he or she must have 15 years working experience. And I looked at this nominee, Mr. Ola Olukoyede, by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. One, he has worked in EFCC as the Chief of Staff between 2016 to 2018 and as Secretary of the Commission between 2018 and 2020 when the former acting chairman of the EFCC was suspended and he never returned to office. I'm talking of Mr. Ibrahim Magu. Then Mr. Olukoyede, as Secretary of the Commission, the position he occupied as the head of administration is equivalent to the position of a DIG. That means he has surpassed the minimum requirement with regards to position of an assistant commissioner of police. Then we're also looking at the fact that the law says 15 years experience. This is a candidate. This is a nominee that has 22 years experience. Then we are talking about cognate experience, cognate 15 years experience. The history of this man in the last 22 years has been somebody who has worked in the area of which he has been appointed, which is fraud detection, intelligence, and corruption management. So if you ask me, I think Mr. President must be applauded for this appointment, which meets the requirement of the law. So I wonder where the people who are on the other side of the divide, where they are coming from. What's your take, Murphy?
Well, it's a good one. The president has done what is necessary by appointing a new chairman for the EFCC, since such office does not allow for vacuum. Yeah. And the former, I can say former now, the previous chairman,
Abdurrashid
Bawa has not been in the office for quite some time now for certain...
We even heard that he has resigned.
Yes, even if I have not seen the resignation letters and all that. But that office has been without a chairman, so to say.
Yes.
So now that the chairman has, the president has deemed it fit to appoint somebody, I think it's a good step in the right direction at that level. Then coming to the issue of the man's in question, if he's qualified or not, I've listened to several arguments, different opinions from junior and senior lawyers here and there. And I personally...
And even public commentators.
And yeah, including public commentators. I personally am of the school of thoughts that he is not qualified. I've also listened to those who told that line of thought. I've listened to other lawyers, public affairs commentators, public in general, who have also said that the man is eminently qualified yes. Based on some
those
of the
parameters we have and in view of the EFCC Act, yes.
Yes, some of those things you have already listed. One way or the other, he has always he has been in the job of fighting crime,
fraud detection, anti-corruption. One way. Yes, in the last 22 years.
You can give it to him at that point. Then, but if you look beyond that, and if you follow what the law has stated,
What does the law say?
has he really spent 15 years with any of these agencies?
The law did not say that. If you look at the law.
The answer is no. Then, secondly, this issue of in as much as he has served in some other capacities by also fighting corruption, well, for those who thought that fine and good, but beyond all that, I think at this juncture I would rather say that, okay, now the president has appointed him, but I have another concern too.
Okay.
My concern is this. Now we now have an ICPC chairman from the south and an EFC chairman also from the south.
No, we don't have an ICPC chairman from the south.
I don't think we do.
No.
We do.
The former ICPC chairman, Osanoyi also, is not from the south. He's from Kogi. And Kogi is not in the south. Kogi is, is it not central
If
now?
you take it from that angle, but it's a southerner.
How is it a southerner?
What is his name?
Owasanoyi.
It's a Yoruba man. From
which state is he from?
I'm coming.
He's not from the southwest.
I can give it to you if you say it's from Kogi. But then, so that gets me worried. I don't think that really has actually breached any part of our constitution, though. But for those who will talk about federal character and the rest of it, and maybe for equity,
Yes.
this is not the first time we're having it anyway. So this is personal. This is my personal opinion, and I think that maybe the president should have looked for a way to.
Let me give you an information. Just this morning, before coming to the studio, I heard the news that the Mr. President has appointed the new chairman of the ICPC, and is somebody from, one of the northern side of the country. So even his predecessor, Owasanoye, is not from the south.
He's a Yoruba man.
But
and the EFC chairman happens to be a Yoruba man. For an individual like me, I don't care.
No,
but there are those who bothers about these things.
Murphy,
and
it's not about being caring. It's about what does the law says. The laws. If I'm a Yoruba man, for example, and I come from Kwara State, you don't say I'm from the southwest, because my state does not fall within the geographical demarcation of Nigeria.
But that does not take away the fact that you are a Yoruba man.
Yes, but where do I come from?
And that you are from the Yoruba speaking part of Nigeria.
No, you won't say. No, it doesn't flow that way. I'm from the north. North central.
Before being created into the north central part of Nigeria, are you not a Yoruba man?
I'm a Yoruba man, but
you remain a Yoruba man.
The Nigerian historical demarcation.
These things are not supposed to be issues. Well, considering the kind of terrain we operate in, where people bother over things that people shouldn't bother about. There are, in other clients, people don't bother about things like that. People will just bother, is he qualified? Can he do the job?
Yes.
But in Nigeria, a lot of people bother. Someone like me, I don't belong to the class of those who bother where anybody comes from. We had the former President Muhammadu Buhari is from Katsina, particularly Daura. I don't think he's been in Aso Rock for 8 years, automatically transformed
the life of Daura people.
Our brother Obasanjo from
just this morning also, while watching the TV,
yes,
I saw a news where the House of Reps was calling on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to declare a state of emergency on the East-West Road. This was the East-West Road that had a president for 5 years, a Goodluck Jonathan.
Yes, my
and
own
this
brother.
Was
that is the most busiest and most important roads.
Yes,
in that axis.
And also, you look at a President Muhammadu Buhari from the northeast.
Yes.
Is it from the northwest now?
Katsina, that should be northwest.
Northwest. President Muhammadu Buhari from the northwest, whom became president, and under his tenure, the second Niger bridge that somebody from the south couldn't fix.
Yes.
That somebody from the southwest couldn't fix after turning the sword of that bridge for about 3 times, and it was constructed in the air. It took a Muhammadu Buhari from the northwest to construct that bridge under 8 years.
Yes.
So, in as much as one wouldn't want to run away from our realities. Our realities is that all these, trivialities, all
Matters
these
to some
sentiments
people.
matters to us.
Yeah.
So no matter how we feel as a people, we must also be conscious of that some people will
Yes.
come and raise it.
That
So
is the
for
truth.
me, I think if anybody still feels aggrieved about this appointee, because don't forget the appointment is subject to confirmation by
By
the
the
Senate.
Senate, that's true.
And that Senate is peopled by Nigerians, from the 36
Six
states of the
geopolitical zones and
federation
36
and
states of the
as well.
federation,
Yes. So anybody that has any legal objection to it is
Should
for
go
them.
to court.
No, it's not only going to court. They also have the Senate, because the Senate is there. The Senate will scrutinize this candidate and see whether his appointment has in any way.
Don't forget, we have a Senate that has the history of take a bow and go. So,
No, I disagree.
and,
I disagree.
and I don't think,
the problem we always have is that we tend to undermine the capacity and the capability of any arm of government other than the executive. This is the same Senate, just like its predecessors, that have had issues with the executive. For us, when the legislators have issues with the executive, we keep quiet.
No.
But the moment they are this,
no, we don't just keep quiet. When they have issues with the executive, some of us even think that, yes, that is when they are doing their job.
No.
We don't just we even celebrate it.
those of
Some
us,
of us even think that, yes, they are disagreeing with the executive.
Yes.
They are doing their job. But
Those-
that is not actually what
those
it is.
of us who believe they are doing their job,
Because they
will
have
be
an
in the
issue with the
minority.
executive.
Yes, but majority of our people will say, "Oh, yes, it's good. It's good that way." But when they are on the same page, don't forget, the executive role is to govern the country for the good of all. The role of the legislature is also to make laws for the good of all.
All, yeah.
No arm of government can do it alone. The executive needs the cooperation of the legislature to carry out its responsibility. So we must admonish our people that as much as we recognize the rights and the freedom to ventilate our grievances, we must ventilate it within the confines of the law.
I agree with you absolutely. I'm not even one of those who think that the lawmakers must always be at loggerheads with the executive. I don't agree with that. I'm not one of those who would want to believe that there should be quarrel at every time. They must disagree and they must also not toe the line of the executive. No, the point is that if even in the recent, despite the fact that the three arms of government are equally important,
Yes.
but more eyes are on the executive.
Yes, because the executive,
And the executive has
is
a lot
the
of
one
job
that
to do.
implements the laws.
And even those who think that the lawmakers must quarrel with the executive, when things go wrong, they don't blame the lawmakers.
Yes,
They blame only the
blame
executive. People will tell you this administration for the past 8 years didn't achieve anything. They
Yes.
won't mention the
They
lawmakers.
won't mention-
But they forgot they equally voted
For
the
the
lawmakers,
lawmakers, yes.
and the lawmakers equally earned for that period of time.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
but that is just what we had. It's what democracy is. Over time, we will outgrow these things and we'll get to that state where people are looking up to, where people say like it is done in US, like it is done here. We'll get there. They've paid their
No,
prices. And democracy is a process.
Yes, it's a means to an
process,
end, not
so,
an end in
exactly,
itself. Yes,
exactly.
So there's nothing they are doing out there in US.
We
or
are
UK
growing. We are learning
that,
through it.
That
Yeah,
we
we
are
are learning
deficient
through
in any
There's
manner.
no perfect system anywhere, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much, Comrade Murphy Abanini, for coming onto the
My
program
pleasure
today.
as always.
Yes, we want to go on a quick break. We'll be right back. Please stay tuned to the conversation on TV 360. We'll be right back.